we're off to Wigan then for this afternoon's big match. St Helens against Widnes, the Challenge Cup semi-final. They've just this second kicked off. The Featherstone coach Peter Fox is in the commentary box with Ray French.
Yes, Des, as you say, just kicked off in perfect conditions here for Rugby League. The sun shining, the pitch in ideal condition, and a huge crowd assembled. But I think two of the finest attacking combinations in the country. And one of the best attackers there, number 6, Neil Holding. Had a neck injury all week, but thankfully for St Helens declared fit. Both sides here in this Silk Cut Challenge Cup semi-final, just 80 minutes away from Wembley. Very much changed St Helens' side. No Stuart Evans in the front row, no Paul Volton in the second row. Youngster John Harrison and Roy Haggerty drafted in, but still a lot of talent there, especially in that wing partnership of Lachlan and Les Quirk. And Widnes, as per programme, they have been in all the rounds we've seen them. No Jonathan Davis, no place for Kurt Soderson, the captain, but some talent there. St Helens on the attack, and a tremendous atmosphere here already, Peter, isn't there?
Absolutely marvellous occasion this, Ray, and unfortunately there's going to be tears at the end for one of these magnificent teams.
And this is a good start by St Helens. They are the underdogs, Widnes the favourites, although one gentleman's had confidence in St Helens, but a £5,000 bet on them to get to Wembley this morning reduced the odds dramatically. Saints on the attack, Neil Holding to Haggerty. Oh, that's a bad pass, but it was off his knees. Connolly just couldn't take the ball. And referee John Holsworth, he'll need to be fit in this game. From Kippax, refereed the Challenge Cup 2 years ago, but our #1 referee in Rugby League at the moment. And that's a silly penalty, isn't it, Peter? I mean, the pressure on Widnes there, they've suddenly hit them with everything, and you give a penalty away like that.
Yes, and they didn't get down quick enough in the scrum for referee Holsworth, and this is what referees are doing more and more now. They're making the scrums go down very quickly, Ray.
A good kick there from Alan Tate, the ex-Kelso Scotland Rugby Union lad, settled in the game well. Joe Grimmer now. Derek Pike, Widnes coach Doug Lawton certainly not want to make this a forward game with St Helens. He'll want to use the fast running backs. Mike O'Neill. And back to Tate again. Not a good kick. Play on, says the referee. Oh, and a very brave dive there. Very brave dive by David Tanner after that kick from Tate. Good pass to Quirk. Les Quirk scored in 9 successive matches for St Helens. This lad needs one more try to break the Saints record. Groves to Holding. St Helens moving this ball about well. And that's a good kick from Bloor, puts pressure on Tate again. Certainly Saints haven't started out like underdogs, Peter.
No, they haven't. They've got the crowd behind them, Ray, and they're certainly digging into this Widnes side. And they'll have to keep this up, though, the whole of the match, and that's the debatable point.
Yes, I think that's one of the problems of this Widnes side, Peter. They just have these celebrities who can suddenly pull 6 points out, can't they?
They have. Any one of them can go the length of the field in this three-quarter line.
So, penalty there to Widnes. I often think semi-final the most tense of all the cup rounds. If you lose at Wembley, you at least have the consolation of being part of the occasion, but if you lose here today, suddenly you're as far away as ever. Good ball to O'Neill. Interesting to see Widnes using the long ball there out. Mackenzie, that's badly judged. Bad kick there from Phil Mackenzie, but it's early days yet. No wind out really here to assist either side. Slight swirling breeze. And a lot depends, I think, here on the work of Paul Ford with the number 10 on this near side for St Helens. Stuart Evans, the big ex-Welsh Union prop, missing. It's a good move to Loughlin. Quirk back to Holding. And already Neil Holding looking very, very dangerous, looking very sharp and quick. Cooper. Beavers to Connolly. Oh, good run by this youngster. 17 years of age, this lad, playing as an amateur in order to go with the British Amateur Rugby League to Australia in the summer. Good run from Forber, but he's lost it. The pressure's still on. It's anybody's ball. Play on. And the scrum down. Rick Thackeray there, the witness wing. Well, stopping for what could have been a try, Peter.
Absolutely devastated. They were St Helens because the ball went loose, and as Blow chased for it, kicked it, it seemed to be tripped right there.
So, should be a dropout beneath the posts. And it looks as if Eddie MacDonald, the witness trainer and chief scout, attending to the knee. It looks like Paul Hume, I think. Yes, it looks like Paul Hume. And the other, number 7, Darren Blow, got a knock as well in the tackle. I think when he fell over that tackle, he got a bang on the head. So, drop out from witness. To Vivas. No, young Connolly. Very confident lad, this, for 17 years of age, Peter.
Absolutely, showing tremendous confidence and not afraid of having a go at witness. Right, and this is what the young fella should do anyway. Take his chance, have a good go.
Haggerty. To Cooper, distributing the ball to Harrison. Oh, he's a big lad, this. Unusual for a rugby league player. 6'7". Forward. Oh, good dummy from Paul Forward. He's got to the corner. To Quirk. And St Helens really opened up here. This is the sort of rugby that Alex Murphy promised. Blower. Look for support. He gets it to Groves. To Loughlin. But Darren Wright doesn't take the dummy. Saint still on the attack. Back to Vivas. Loughlin again, the dummy. Oh, he's lost the ball. What a let-off there for witness. Oh, Loughlin lost the ball.
Yeah, it's a chance here when Loughlin sells a dummy to a fire, and he goes through, but he just can't get the pass in it. It's falling from his hand. Very
Saints
lucky
again. Still moving. That's a good ball to Connolly. Oh, he's cut inside. He should have given it outside. The try was begging there, surely for Quirk, but it's still on. To Les Quirk, to the corner. He's in at the corner. St Helens in the lead, 4 points to 0. And what a shot for witness. They said they were the underdogs. Alex Murphy threatened to come out last night and do something. He said there would be spirit under that red and white jersey. And Les Quirk creates a record. A try in his 10th successive match.
And this is the man that we spotlighted before the match could be dangerous to witness. Les Quirk, he hands off his opposite number there, Young, and goes in at the corner. What a strong try that is for St Helens, and thoroughly deserved after this pressure.
Yes, we go back to 1927 when that record was first set by Al Falaby. Equalled in 1932 by Roy Hargreave, and now broken by Les Quirk, and his 100th try in his career. And Paul Loughlin, very difficult kick, well out on that touchline. But he's a big 14-stone lad, 92 goals this season. But it's not there. So, St Helens, just after 10 minutes gone, 4 points to 0 in the lead. And witness, I think, Peter, stunned by that opening.
Absolutely out on the feet at the moment. We know they'll come back, Ray, they'll have a say in this match. But Merce done a great job motivating his lads, and the support for St Helens here is absolutely tremendous, and I think they've urged the men over for that try.
Yes, there's no doubting that when you come round to cups, Alex Murphy's the man. He's aiming to arrive at Wembley for the 8th time as a player or a coach. And the great motivator, but a long way to go in the game yet. Harrison, but Sateson moving this ball well, but that's a bad drop. Paul Groves moving away really without taking the ball. Richard Ayres, a St Helens lad himself from the Blackbrook Amateur Club. Mike O'Neill. Widnes concentrating on these forward drives, although I think skipper David Hume wants to open it out. He does to brother Paul. Very good tackle by Forber. Grimmer. That's a risky ball, but it's ticked up. Alan Tate. And the 6th tackle. Widnes wasted tackles there. Mackenzie to Pike. David Hume. Desperately trying to get rid of that ball to Courier. Well, Courier, has he got it back? Yes, he has, and it's play on. Another 6 tackles. Kaloto. This big Tongan ex-rugby union international. And this is more like Widnes now. Pike. O'Neill. St Helens 4 points to 0 in the lead. Mackenzie to Grimmer. Just can't get the ball away. Now St Helens' turn to defend. Courier, well, a good drop there by Shane Cooper. I thought he'd lost the ball. The Saints skipper spotted the kick. And we've hardly had time to draw breath, Peter, have we?
Not yet. I think it's a tremendous game, Ray, and if it gets any better than this, we'll be out of breath by the time the match is over. And so are the players, of course, as well.
And both sides looking to pass the ball in the tackle.
They're playing rugby. Everybody's supporting one another, and the tackling at this moment is very hard.
Back to Tate again. Already had some work this afternoon, but that's a good follow-up tackle. It's not just the kick that's effective, it's the men who follow up. Kaloto. Doug Lawton looking for a powerful game from this lad, Imosi Kaloto. Grimmer, oh, that's a good run from Joe Grimmer, number 8. He's got support with him, Darren Wright. He's going for the sentinel, it's a try. He's in. Yes, John Holsworth, no hesitation. Paul Groves reckoned that he may have knocked on over the line. But what a reply from Widnes. 4 points to 4 now. And it started all with that Joe Grimmer burst.
An excellent break by Joe Grimmer. He's looking for support. And he's Darren Wright juggled with that ball. Question whether it were forward, but not said the referee, and Wright goes over without the St Helens man in sight.
Yes, good try from Darren Wright. His 12th try of the season. And this should be comparatively easy kick for Courier. 86 goals to his credit. 221 points already this season for Widnes. Again, like Lachlan, a 6-footer, 14-stone centre. 2 points for the lead. Widnes 6, St Helens 4. And if there is a time to reply, Peter, that was it, wasn't it?
That's right. When you knock back, you want to come forward. Play the ball position here for St Helens, and Grimmer does it all on his own. He goes to a tackle, he evades the others, and a beautiful ball inside to the juggling Darren Wright. No one in sight for St Helens. It's under the post and puts them in front.
So St Helens, good kick off there. Back in possession to Roy Haggerty. This is good. Forward. Oh, here's a chance again. Beavers to Tanner. Just not got the legs to go down the fire. But it's Saints on the game again. And that, to my mind, should be another 6 tackles, Peter. He kicked the ball through then.
It's definitely 6 tackles. Referee holds, we wave it on.
Yes. Saints then on the attack. Trailing 6 points to 4. 15 minutes gone. That's a good ball to Holding. Back to Burke. And both of these sides playing rugby like basketball.
Absolutely, great game. To keep this up, there's going to be some more points.
Lachlan, that's a good ball. Connolly's in. Oh, he delayed. The lad delayed. The ball should have gone out first time. And just look at the cover there from Mike O'Neill. The youngster just hesitated for the vital second. But what a game for a young lad like this to be in.
Young Connolly did marvellously to pass off Vivers, but he made the wrong option. He should have passed off Shade earlier, and I think that Tanner might have had a chance of going in at the corner.
Certainly, Peter, surprised how Saints are exposing Widnes on the outside, where we thought they had the pace, didn't we?
We did, but they're cutting them open in the middle of the field, getting good balls wide, Ray, and giving the chance to run into the corner flags for either a centre or a wingman. Saints are playing tremendous.
I know Alec Murphy looked at the video of the John Player final, the Wigan and Widnes game, and he's certainly learned a lot from that.
Well, I think he can get Widnes playing one-man rugby, and I think that's what he wants to do, get them playing one-man rugby, and they're not as devastating, aren't Widnes?
Yes, all knocked out there by Roy Haggerty. Mike O'Neill, stalwart forward, 10 seasons at Widnes, just now in his testimonial season. Widnes, 7 times the cup winners, 12 appearances at Wembley. Accustomed to the turf there of Wembley, but a long, long way to go here. Good tackle there from Shane Cooper. Richard Ayres. And Saints forwards obviously been told not to give Widnes room, moving up very quickly. Paul Hume. Done good service for Widnes. Normally a second row loose forward, playing at scrum half. Gives great defensive cover in the middle. That's a good ball. That's opened up something. No, Derek Pike taking the wrong option. Tate again. Oh, well taken. Well taken by David Tanner. I don't think Connolly or Tanner knew actually who was going to get the ball.
Actually, I thought that young Tanner were going to take Connolly's head with him.
Tony Burke. A lot of responsibility on Tony Burke today. Saints lacking the ex-Welsh Neath Rugby Union lad Stuart Evans out with knee ligament problems. Lachlan. Oh, good run from Lachlan. Wrong foot's Courier. Good battle between these two centres. Paul Lachlan and Andy Courier, teammates for Great Britain in Australia, but great rivals. Blower. Number 7 for St Helens. It's a good kick, well taken by Tate. Oh, and good running by Tate. Beautiful play, brings it out well. But good clamping by Vivers, stop Pike. And that was good rugby. Attacking out of defence. To Ayres. These two clubs never met in a semi-final before. They've played each other twice at Wembley, 3 times in the first round. But a rare occasion here. And a rare occasion too to see 4 Lancashire clubs in the semi-finals. Wigan and Warrington in 2 weeks' time. And that's Sophia's first touch of the ball.
That's his first pass, and he didn't relish that because there were 3 men waiting for him there, Ray.
Ayres loses it to Cooper. Lachlan again. Well stopped by Coloto. Well, that's a trip. Off. Yes, he sent him off. Well, now then. He looks to be sent off, and he certainly doesn't look to be sin-binned. A strip is an automatic sending off. Well, now. Poor Richard Ayres.
This is a little bit dramatic here because I think Richard Ayres was slipping as he went down for holding. Holding goes through and Ayres comes, and I think that was slightly hard done by Ayres. I don't think it was so devastating, although it was a trip, Ray.
Yes, Mr. Holsworth right on the spot. It's certainly a controversial decision. I think for Widnes to lose the man at this stage, the Challenge Cup semi-final, 20 minutes gone, quite dramatic. And one wonders whether that merely warranted a sin-bin offence, Peter.
I couldn't see it being so vicious and deliberate because Holding was sidestepping, and as Ayres went to tackle him low, he lost his footing, and he did stick his foot out, but it wasn't harmful, and it wasn't a leg breaker.
The only problem is that a tripping is a sending off offence automatic. That's the problem. But Paul Loughlin now hoping to take advantage of that sending off. Yes, he does. So 2 points to Loughlin, 6 points each. Everything to play for, and Widnes only 12 men.
Certainly, as Holding goes through and he sidesteps, Richard Ayres comes in late, and as Holding goes away, the foot goes out, and he did lift the foot a little bit, but I think it was a bit harshly done by.
So, harshly done by or not, Mr. Holsworth from Kippax stands by his decision. Shane Cooper. To Tony Burke. Driving in. Widnes now, a lot on the plate. Only 12 men for the next hour. Saints on the attack. Haggerty. That's a good tackle, and he's ripped the ball out too. Very often does this Andy Currier. David Hume to Paul Hume. No, knock on. Imosi Kaloto just couldn't quite gather the ball, number 12.
And the referee going to have a word with Andy Currier here and Haggerty, I think, Ray.
Yes, I think a little bit of 50-50. I think Andy Currier felt that Roy Haggerty was holding him down, that Andy Currier started a little bit of stamping. I think just a word to the pair of them is enough. But certainly, Mr. Holsworth got his work cut out here. He refereed these two sides in the Premiership final last season, had no problems. Saints ball. And that's a bad slip. Neil Holding just relaxing a little bit too much. Had serious neck muscle trouble. And Widnes, of course, with just 5 men in that scrum. And I think here now is where they'll need this man playing the ball, Paul Hume, won't it?
They will, very quickly, and he'll have to take over and get the men running, which they are doing at the moment, Ray. And here's Quirky again.
That's a good ball. Well, Widnes coming in hard now to young Connolly. Cooper, this is good rugby from Saints, moving it out wide. To Vivas, he's got Tanner on the wing. Well stopped by O'Fire, but Saints certainly trying to make this extra man pay. Score still 6 points each. St Helens extra man, of course, to Neil Holding. What a fine game this lad's having. Number 6 for St Helens, Neil Holding. Saints again got a huge overlap. If Haggerty goes, oh, he cut inside. But the pressure again on Widnes. Cooper, the short ball to Holding again. Oh, just looking for support. Desperate Widnes cover there. 3 yards now from this Widnes line. To Bloor, tries a little chip, but it's not on, it is, it's play on! The ball hit the Widnes lad. And And it's the handover. 6th tackle in rugby league. The ball, well, it looked like the handover, but no, he's given a...
He has, because Shane Cooper scrambled over the try line, Ray, and put the ball down in the dribble action.
Yeah.
And so he declared he'd lost the ball.
Derek Pike. And I think Widnes have got to settle the game, haven't they? They've got to steady it down now. And
they've got to get more control into the play, not panic so much now they're down to 12. Because St Helens, Ray, are playing absolutely out of the skins.
David Hume trying to get this game moving. To a fire. Beats one man. Gets it to Grimmer. Oh, this is good rugby from Widnes now. Mackenzie loses it. Just one pass too many. Holding. And I'm sure Alex Murphy on that trainer's bench will be a little bit disconcerted to see Neil Holding down. He'll certainly want to keep this lad on there. Cooper. Roy Haggerty, Saints number 12, just the man for this type of game. Very open game, lots of gaps, good free running forward. Oh, that's a dangerous pass, but it's worked effectively to Lachlan. That looked to forward, but it's play on. Neil Holding, he's got 2 men outside him. Can't get away. And it looks as if Holding is hurt again. And certainly that's a tackle around the neck, and it was only last week I saw Holding carried off against Holding.
Yes, as Holding's going through here, there's no question. Watch this tackle now. He tackles his man, but he lets that arm go around the neck. That's illegal, is that right? And the referee should have seen it. Poor old Holding.
Well, certainly if the referee hadn't seen it, then certainly the touch judge should have had something to do about it, shouldn't he? Because
well, it was certainly on the inside of the field, and the referee running with him.
Yeah, it was a high tackle.
Definitely.
And of course, Holding being out with neck muscular trouble. Good take by Alan Tate, and an equally good tackle by Shane Cooper. Hume. This scrum half, as I said, usually second row, a lot of work required from him now, covering back, one forward short. Oh, well taken. Well taken by David Tanner. Used to that, those high kicks from his Fire Rugby Union days. Forber. And I get the feeling that these Saints forwards, Forber, Burke, Haggerty and company, they want to run. Harrison. Good ball. Oh, better ball to Lachlan. Should have gone out first time to Connolly, to Quirk. 2 or 3 times, the Saints have had that overlap and stitched it up, haven't they?
Yeah, they've just hesitated with passing the ball first time, Ray, not giving the winger the ball early to make his own way.
Here they are again.
And this fella Haggerty is causing Widnes no end of trouble with his thrusting runs. He's getting through the middle.
Holding, and here's one lad with trouble. Scurrying down below there, he ducks his head, he weaves and bobs, he gets through. Blower. Beavers to Tanner. Yes, it was the 6th tackle coming up. If Darren Blower had been caught in possession, it would have been a handover. Sensible play from that number 7 for St Helens. At least he'll take the chance of a scrum. And with 6 men to 5, well, interesting that they put the 6 in here. And it's Saints ball against the head. Holding to Connolly. Having a very confident game, this lad. 17 years of age. Many full-backs would be nervous of coming up. Cooper. Back to Groves. To Quirk. Quirk's going for the corner again. Oh, yes! It looks as if he's there again. The touch judge. No, he's not. Well, the touch judge is not making any signal. Les Quirk took a knock there, but he's dangerous. Forber. And crossing. So, rest point for Widnes. 10 minutes to go.
A good opportunity for Quirk again. The hands off his man, tried to get into the corner. The flag goes down, but the touch judge has ruled that he's just short of the line. A desperate chance there for St Helens.
He may have been even held up over the line there, Peter.
It may have been, but he was definitely just short, Ray.
He's certainly hitting top form. Is this ex-Barrow lad, signed for 55,000 3 seasons ago. And a lot of work here for Alan Tate. A lot of pressure. So, Grimmer. That's a good play by Grimmer, nobody marking him. But that's a wide ball. To Harrison. Only a youngster, this lad from the Parkside Amateur Club, number 11. To Forber. This is good rugby by St Helens. They're moving the ball, they're backing up, the support's there. Oh, that's good play to Groves. He's got Beavers with him. Oh, the wingman wasn't there. David Tanner was 2 or 3 yards adrift. Beavers instinctively put the ball out. Sadly for Saints, there was nobody there. But of course, Widnes struggling with this man short, Peter, aren't they?
And Ayres, he is a very good cover tackler, Ray, so they're going to be missing his tackling all the rest of this match.
So, Paul Hume to feed the scrum. Having trouble against the weight of the Saints pack. To brother David, these two Hume brothers. Local Widnes lads from the amateur leagues. To Pike. Mike O'Neill. And Saints really moving up onto them. Into the tackle, just look there, 2 men. And Widnes not running from depth, Peter.
They're not, they're just playing what we call one-man rugby, Ray, driving in, and only Grimmer is looking to get through. We've not seen Coloto, we have not seen Mackenzie making these breaks that they usually do.
David Hume looks for support, he gets it to a fire. Now then. Oh, Connolly did well to get hold of it, but Mr. Holsworth gives an obstruction, and I think the obstruction was against the fire, but
yes, here a fire, and he kicks the ball. I think he'd be better keeping it, although he's got a penalty there. He is obstructed, but I don't think it was that deliberate.
So, Widnes on the attack. 12 men. 6 points each. They try to Les Quirk in the 9th minute. They try to Darren White in the 13th minute. Here's a good run. Alan Tate. Oh, spotted the gap. But effectively sealed by that number 7 for Saints, and 6 holding Darren Blower. Pike looking for the short ball to Paul Hume. This is gutsy play from Widnes. 12 men. Richard Ayres off the field. Mackenzie. Good pass to David Hume. Slipping. Perfect conditions, but a little soft on top. Pike. And the 6th tackle. Is it worth a drop goal? I think it is. Courier tries a kick, and he gets it. Another 6 tackles. Well, a deliberate ploy there. Coloto crashes for the line. Well, the ball's in there somewhere. Mr. Holsworth seems to know. Widnes. A long ball to Hume. He's lost it, but a knock-on. Just under 5 minutes to go in this first half, and what a dramatic first half. Richard Earls dismissed from the field for tripping in the 20th minute. There'll be a lot of controversy over that, I think. But the game still delicately poised. Blow to feed. And a good heel. Haggerty. He hasn't got the weight to come away from here, Peter, but very dangerous in a broken field, isn't he?
No, he's a lightweight, is Haggerty, but he's certainly done some reckoning. If the defence is a little bit thin, then he gets thrown. He's done a good job this first half for them, though.
Cooper. Saints still holding this ball out on their own line. Oh, that's risky. That was a risky ball.
I can't understand them, Ray, passing the ball in their own 25 there instead of booting the ball down the field. Taking big risks there.
I think they're trying to work on the principle, Peter, of this extra man all the time, aren't they?
That's right, but in this position, in the 25, they've just got to play the percentages.
Widnes ball. David Hume. And a penalty. Well, the referee, Mr. Holsworth, given a penalty against St Helens this time for a high tackle on David Hume.
Yes, here Hume goes in. I think the tackle is slightly high. It goes high, but he pulls it down very, very quickly.
Yes, Blower wanting to clamp the ball there, and significantly Hume turning round to look for his loose forward, but of course no loose forward there. The loose forward in the bath. So, an easy shot for Andy Courier. Already got that conversion to the right try in the 13th minute. And he would certainly give Widnes confidence to go in, leading by 8 points to 6 if Courier gets this. Yes, he does. 8 points to 6 for Widnes. Just coming up to half-time. 2 minutes to half-time, and a confidence boost for the 12 men of Widnes. And certainly Saints really have got to take the chances that they've created, don't they?
They have. They've got the opportunity. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities to score tries, and they've got to take 1 or 2 more.
So, Tate. Not had many chances to show his pace and his try-scoring ability. 14 tries to date. Pike. And I wouldn't be surprised, Peter, to see Kurt Sorensen on early in the second half, a fresh forward.
A fresh pair of legs. It'll be just a question of who he takes off and where he wants to play Kurt. I don't think it will be Joe Grimmer, because he's had a tremendous first half.
A lot of attention here being paid to Coloto. Good dummy. Oh, good ball to Courier. Courier, long, tall, striding. He's got Mike O'Neill with him. Just look at this second row goal. Well, that was a forward pass. It must be. It is. But good play from Widnes, and good backing up there by number 2, Rick Thackeray. Good support play.
Bit of a good move here, went off, but O'Neill got the ball from Courier, who might have been best to sell a dummy and still keep O'Neill with him.
So, 1 minute to go in this first half. Hectic first half, and I'm sure the referee, as much as anyone, will want to rest. Saints looking still to move this ball. Tony Burke. Shane Cooper. And Saints forwards just hanging back a shade. Look a little tired. They've put a big effort in. Haggerty. But this has been good rugby from St Helens. Haggerty again, plays the ball to himself. Lower. Cooper, that's a good ball. To Forber, looking for support from Loughlin. Connolly. What a good game this full-back's had, that's a dangerous ball. Yes, and Tate has to kick it dead. What a fine game. Les Quirker's having there. He's dangerous every time he gets the ball on that left wing. So, dropout. Coming up to injury time now here in the first half. To Holding. Saints will want some points. Quirk again. Cooper to Forber. Oh, having a good game this Forber. He's got support with him. Darren Blow is going in. Yes! Superb try! A combination of a forward probe by Paul Forber. A support play from Darren Blow. And that's what St Helens deserve. They've played open rugby. They've moved the ball about. And they go into the half-time, certainly in the lead. 10 points to 8 now for St Helens.
And a brilliant move here by Paul Forber, who struggles past 3 or 4 players. Blow comes on to the end of it. Superbly he evades Tate and dives over to the try. What a great try for St Helens.
And a magnificent response from the crowd. It seems as if the whole of St Helens is here at Central Park, urging them on. And perhaps they'll have a little hush now for this Paul Loughlin attempt. 10 points to 8 for St Helens. 12 points to 8 for St Helens. Loughlin's second goal. And Darren Blow, the try scorer. Just the crucial score. Exactly on half-time. The very score that St Helens wanted. 12 points to 8, and Widnes really well. Lots of problems with only 12 men in the second half. But Peter, what an atmosphere.
Absolutely tremendous. The St Helens support now really behind their team, and it sounds as though Widnes have got no one here because they haven't had the ascendancy for very much in the game, right?
Yes, just that one attacking pro, but somehow, Peter, Widnes, they've got stars. It's evenly balanced, isn't it?
It is now, but it's 12 to 13.
What a brilliant match that is. We'll be back straight away live for the second half. Let's get in touch with the day's football. We said right at the beginning of the day that Arsenal were 7-2 on favourites for the championship. But how about this is for a scoreline from Highbury? Arsenal 1, Nottingham Forest 3. David Davis reporting.
Yes, Desmond, the league leaders in disarray. Forest's attacking intentions clear almost from the start. Arsenal may protest about a linesman who twice was unimpressed by their offside trap. And Nigel Clough after 7 minutes and Franz Carr at the second attempt after 20 minutes have taken advantage. But Forest, they've been neat, they've been economical and hugely impressive, none more so than Clough the younger and Neil Webb. True, Alan Smith had whacked home his 19th league goal of the season to give the league leaders early hope. But Stuart Pearce's free kick 9 minutes from half-time was absolutely devastating. Arsenal have looked rattled, a couple of bad fouls from Adams and Lukic. But salvation could yet lie with their height advantage in the Forest penalty area. For the moment, though, it's Arsenal 1, Forest 3.
Won 4-1 when they met before. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the half-time scores in that first division. Charlton 1, Southampton 0. That's Robert Lee in 10 minutes. Southampton, a long time since they got a win in the league. Derby County 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. That's Dean Saunders in 33 minutes, his 17th goal of the season. Spurs just coming off 3 wins. Everton 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Everton looking for their first league win in 89. Tony Cotty with the goal there in 6 minutes against Sheffield Wednesday. Luton 0, Millwall 2. Jimmy Carter, the winger, has got both those goals within 6 minutes, 24 minutes and 30 minutes. Luton 0, Millwall 2. Middlesbrough 0, Liverpool 2. Don't write off Liverpool for the championship yet. Peter Beardsley, 21 minutes, and Ray Houghton in 37 minutes. Puts Liverpool 2 up there. Newcastle 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, big spenders Rangers at the moment. Norwich 0, Wimbledon 0. Now Norwich have got a chance to pull up on Arsenal if Arsenal should end up losing against Nottingham Forest, but they can't score at the moment. And it's West Ham 0, Coventry City 1. Brian Kilcline with a penalty in 13 minutes. Coventry are 4th at the moment. Now, the Scottish Premier, Aberdeen 0, Dundee 0, Dundee United 1, St Mirren 1, and no goals you see in the other matches there. Rangers, of course, are the leaders, and that's a surprise because they're playing the bottom club, Hamilton Academicals, and if you think Arsenal are favourites in England, Rangers in Scotland, they won't accept, the bookies won't accept a bet on them, but look, they're being held too, so nothing's for sure in football. Let's hear about the goals that have been scored in that league. Oh, we haven't got them yet, so we'll press on regardless. Now, let me just tell you about a story that I've heard from Manchester City. It's an important one. They're drawing 0-0 against Leicester at the moment, but their player, that City's player, Paul Lake, was gone off after a pretty frightening incident up there at Main Road today. He collapsed after a collision with Leicester's Paul Ramsey and apparently took a long time to recover despite the kiss of life from a doctor and attention from the Manchester physio. He was stretchered off after 7 minutes, but is now reported to be recovering happily after apparently swallowing his tongue. It's something that seems to happen in football fairly frequently, that, but we wish him well. Paul Lake is apparently okay. Right, let's look at the rest of the second division now. I'll just get my papers in order so I can give you the scorers. Right. Barnsley 0, Crystal Palace 1. Having said that, I haven't got the scorer for that one. Blackburn Rovers 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. Mark Stewart in 29 minutes. Bournemouth 1, Bradford City 0. Now, Bournemouth are going well at the moment. Luther Blissett, a penalty in 8 minutes there for Bournemouth. Who knows, we might find Bournemouth in the first division next season. They're heading for the playoffs at the moment. And there's the surprise with Chelsea 1, Watford 2. Paul Wilkinson scored first for Watford. Ewan Roberts got the second for them, both within 13 minutes. And Tony DeRigo, who's pushing for a place in the England team at the moment, the full-back, has pulled one back there for Chelsea. It's not a good time for the leading teams. Arsenal are losing, Chelsea are losing, Wolves got beaten last night, and Crewe got beaten in the 4th division. Leeds United 0, Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 0, Leicester 0. I've just told you the story of that one. Oxford United 1, West Brom 1. Martin Foyle scored first for Oxford. I think Albion must have got one right on half-time there. Portsmouth 0, Bournemouth, the bottom club 0. Shrewsbury 0, Brighton 0. Stoke City are 1 up against Sunderland. That's Gary Hackett in 30 minutes for Stoke, who are doing pretty well at the moment. Swindon Town 1, Hull City 0. Another club heading for a playoff place, it seems to me, Swindon. They're a goal up. And it's Walsall 0, Oldham Athletic 0. Now I can get through to Archie Macpherson to tell you about those scores up at Tannadice. Dundee United 1, St Mirren 1. All yours, Arch.
Well, Des, I'm going to talk about a goal that occurred in 45 seconds. It was a kind of goal you or I might have conceded in a school playground, looking back to these days, which, of course, wasn't all that long ago. It was an own goal by Paul Hegarty in exactly 45 seconds. The ball was floated in to the penalty area. There was really no trouble at all, and he suddenly turned and executed a perfect pass back to the goalkeeper, who simply wasn't there, and it sailed into the back of the net. A very cute own goal indeed, which inspired a St Mirren team who were the last side to win here at Tannadice way back on October 22nd. Well, not surprisingly, Dundee United, with that wind, that you can see the flag away in the background there, that wind whistling down behind them, put on the pressure and equalised in 23 minutes when Maurice Malpas, Scottish internationalist fullback but playing in midfield today, finished off a move, the ball coming across the goal, and I think it came off his shin and trundled over the line. And I think Dundee United will be a very determined team at the start of the second half.
Thanks, Archie. I've just heard that Graham Roberts has got an equaliser for Chelsea against Watford. It's now 2-2 there. Third division then. Aldershot 0, Port Vale 0. Vale are second. Not many goals here, are there? Blackpool 0, Fulham 0. Wanderers, that's Bolton Wanderers 0, Bristol City 0. Brentford 0, Reading 0. Bristol Rovers 2, Chesterfield 0. Gillingham 0, they're the bottom club. Cardiff City 2. Terry Boyle has got the first one for Cardiff there. Mansfield 0, Preston 0. Northampton 0, Wigan 0. Notts County 1, Bury 0. Bury are third. Sheffield United, promotion hopefuls as well, being held 0-0 by Huddersfield. And it's Swansea City 1, Chester City 1. And Andrew Melville scored in 3 minutes for Swansea. I haven't got the Chester City scorer. Right, fourth division then. Remember, Crewe, the leaders, were beaten last night. Burnley 0, Scunthorpe 1, Exeter 0, Cambridge 1, Grimsby 0, Stockport 0. Hartlepool 1, Halifax 0. Lincoln 0, Rotherham 1. Rotherham up there amongst the challengers. That's a good scoreline for them at half-time. Peterborough 0, Leyton Orient 0. Rochdale 0, Tranmere Rovers 1. Scarborough 0, Carlisle 0. And Wrexham 0, Hereford 1. And Wrexham, who are in 4th place at the moment, being led there by Hereford, who are down near the bottom of the table, but they've got an extraordinary record at Wrexham, Hereford. They seem to win there fairly frequently. Paul Tester has got their goal in 3 minutes. Let's just look at the conference scores. They're the ones we've got. Maidstone are the leaders of that division at the moment. You'll see at the bottom they're drawing at Yeovil 0-0. But Aylesbury 1, Northwich Victoria 0. Chorley 0, Cheltenham 0. Kettering Town 2, Fisher 0. Runcorn 1, Sutton 1. Stafford Rangers 0, Weymouth 0. They went in quick. Yeovil 1, Maidstone 1. I'm not quite sure what happens there. First division in Scotland. Airdrie 0, Clyde 0. Ayr 1, Kilmarnock 1. Well, 1-0 above it now. Airdrieonians 1-0. The scores just seem to be coming in at the moment. It's suspicious, I think, that some of those 0-0s might have scores on them. One's confirmed, though. But all those other scorelines are 0-0 there at the moment. Just Airdrieonians scored, Ayr have scored, and Kilmarnock have scored, it seems, in that division. Second division in Scotland. Arbroath 2, Stranraer 0, Dumbarton 0, Queen's Park 0, East Fife 1, Alloa 0. The leaders in that division are Albion Rovers. It would seem drawing 0-0 at East Stirling, but I'm inclined to think that some of those latest ones, we don't get the scores until we get the half-times confirmed, but we'll check up on all that for you a little later on. Remember, we've got that bowls for you a little later on BBC Two, the semi-final, Hugh Duff against Willie Wood at the moment, and then there's the other semi-final for you later on this evening. Final tomorrow of the World Bowls. But now, St Helens against Widnes, the second half of that, well, it was a smashing first half, as you saw. St Helens leading Widnes by 12 points to 8. The winners will go through to the Challenge Cup final at Wembley next month. Who will it be? Anybody's game at the moment, except that Widnes are down to 12 men. Let's rejoin Peter Fox and Ray French.
Well, Des, I would agree with you that it's anybody's guess at the moment. I think that trip by Richard Earls will be debated for many years to come. But that last try scored by St Helens under the post just shows what talent they have and what really a gutsy performance they put on in the first half, Peter, isn't it?
Absolutely. They've really shocked everybody, I think, and to be in front, they've done marvellously well with Fober there, breaking through the defence, giving to Bloor on the break, and a marvellous try to go in with half-time, right?
Yes, I think it's a question of whether Saints can repeat that magical form of the first half and have Widnes got the spirit, the resources to overcome this numerical disadvantage. The trip by Richard Earls certainly be a talking point for years to come.
Yes, I think they were unlucky with that one, and I think that Murph will have stirred his lads up this time. I hope he doesn't stop them playing rugby, because if he does stop them playing rugby, then Widnes might come into it.
Well, whatever the outcome, many felt that this youngster, number one, the cup final, semi-final would prove too demanding for the 17-year-old youngster. But he's shown a maturity far in advance of whatever I expected. I'm impressed with the way he's had the courage to link up. A fine prospect, this Gary Connolly. Alex Murphy, who no doubt have had plenty to say at half-time, but I think Doug Lawton really has had to encourage his players, hasn't he?
He certainly has, because they're coming out, Ray, and does that look like a revitalised side or a dispirited side? They've certainly got the game to win of Widnes now, because this St Helens team, I think, will stir themselves up again and start with tremendous control.
Yep. And a lot of controversy this week as to whether Jonathan Davies should have been in the line-up, and one just begins to wonder, do they need a little bit of his magic and pace in midfield?
Well, at half-back, they've got two lads there, although the scrum half is a second row forward. Both the Hume lads, a little bit slow in the middle of the field, Ray, and not making the breaks they usually do.
Well, whatever, 40 minutes to go. St Helens in the lead, just that solitary try, 12 points to 8. But Widnes, 12 men only. Richard Earls sent from the field for the trip in the 20th minute. And a test of character for these lads from Widnes in the white jerseys and the black strip. Good run there by Coloto, and a good distribution of the ball from him. Play on, play on. Mr. Holsworth using the advantage very, very well. So Widnes still back in possession to Pike. Coloto again. Oh, but a good tackle by Paul Wattle. Spotted the danger. Hume. But these St Helens lads not missing a tackle. Paul Hume. Widnes coach Doug Lawton rebuilt this side since his arrival here 2.5 seasons ago. Here's a chance to Darren Wright. He's got a fire outside. Oh, but that's a good tackle. Phil Vivers spotted the problem. But Widnes now on the attack. Oh, beautiful ball back to Pike, to O'Neill. Just couldn't get it out to Tate. But play on, says Mr. Holsworth. Mike O'Neill regretting the ball couldn't go out there, and St Helens pick it up. Holding, coming away. There's certainly chances at either end of the pitch, Peter, aren't there?
That was an excellent chance for Widnes, and they continue with the ball on the outside, Ray, but they fluffed the chance there completely.
And O'Neill coming back into the fray as St Helens bring the ball away with the forwards. Mr. Dependable, Tony Burke. Widnes beaten St Helens 3 times already this season. But as Alex Murphy, the Saints coach, insisted, this is the one that matters. To Cooper. Connolly again. Did well to hold on though. And the 6th tackle. Saints looking for the kick. From Holding. To fire. Not had any running chances of fire. Been very well covered.
I have no doubt, Ray, either that Dougie Lawton will be contemplating just when he's got to put on Kurt Sorensen to give them this extra boost.
Yes, certainly the Kiwi skipper and the club skipper looks to be sorely missed, but he's had a serious shoulder injury, not yet fully fit, but this is better from Widnes. Out to Alan Tate, it's a forward pass. And Tate, I think he knows that, doesn't look to be too upset at the referee decision, but he's a well-disciplined player. Certainly can't give this Scottish lad any room. St Helens possession again to Vivers. What a revelation this lad has been since he's moving to the centre. Usually a full-back, this Australian number 3, Phil Vivers. That's a good ball. To Quirk, he's away again. Oh, he's going for the post. Well, a tremendous tackle. Tremendous tackle from David Hume. But Saints on the attack, they've got the overlap. Oh, Forber, he's let it go. Coloto, the other end of the field now. And the fire's trying to get with him. Magnificent effort from Connolly there. Pike. And that's a kick. Yes, that's a penalty. The St Helens player just ambling back, interfered with the ball in an offside position, and that's a penalty. Well, Peter, St Helens had a 5-man overlap there.
They did. I think if the man had taken the ball and handed on Ray to the next man, there would have been a certain try. But Widnes then looked as though they were going to make a break, and a fire didn't get near enough to Hume. If he'd have taken the ball off Hume, I think he'd have gone the distance.
Yes, I don't think a fire anticipated how he was clear.
A fire here slips the ball out. And as he's coming through, it hits the man forward in an offside position. Although the referee lets play go on, I think then he decides to penalise the St Helens player.
And Paul Forbes at last recovered. So, Widnes from on the racking defence. Now with that kick from Alan Tate on the attack. Mike O'Neill plays the ball in. Far too many players in the game at the moment not marking the play of the ball or standing 2 or 3 yards back. Mackenzie to Hume, that's a good switch to David Hume, but the support not there. And I think that's where we see that lack of an extra man. The loose forward should have been coming there.
That's right, you'd have had another man and then a fire would have been had a little bit more room, Ray, yeah. It's very difficult now, but Widnes has started tremendously.
Coloto to Hume, and he's in! Oh yes! The short pass from Imosi Coloto, and Widnes skipper David Hume took the Saints defence by surprise. And it's level pegging again. St Helens 12, Widnes 12. The 47th minute of this match, and what a 47 minutes we've had. Surely those spectators must be delighted at the quality and the standard of this rugby.
And here we see Widnes coming back strongly at St Helens has stood flat-footed. Coloto should never get that ball away. In goes Hume, and the tacklers there definitely at fault.
And Courier very quick to take the kick and gets it. So Widnes 14 points to 12 in the lead, and I asked the question, did they have the spirit to come back? Certainly they've shown that, Peter.
Great character, tremendous play. And once again the ball coming in field here for Widnes. A strong run by Coloto. Look at men around him, and he's plenty of time to put the ball where he wants it. And young old Donnelly this time, Connolly just didn't see the man coming on the burst.
And I think if Saints should lose this match, they must ask themselves, how many chances have we fluffed?
Well, fluff, Ray, I think they've just been a little bit just been behind the play.
Coloto, but a good tackle. Coming more into the game now, this ex-Tongan Rugby Union lad, played with Wellington in New Zealand. And Grimmer. Back to Tate. Good tactics this, making young Connolly move him on the field, but well taken by Tanner. And good play by Tanner. Very game lad. Having to play on the wing for Saints, normally a centre. Groves. Cooper. John Harrison doing well to stick hold of the ball though. Good tackle by Derek Pike on the sixth tackle. St Helens, I think, putting a low kick in. They do. Look for the touch. Good kick from Neil Holding. Sensibly spotted that the wingman Rick Thackeray was well back, 30 yards back. Contented himself with 20 yards. So St Helens, powerful pack driving in, but it's Widnes ball. What it should be. Offside. Shane Cooper. Yes, Mr. Holsworth signalling that the loose forward detached himself from the scrum. You can't do that. So Cooper offside. Just 10 minutes gone in the second half. 14 points to 12 for Widnes. And St Helens have been winning the scrums 7-4, so they've had the possession and the extra man. But this Widnes pack looks a little more sprightly, Peter.
They're getting the ball a little bit wider, Ray, and they're not running in ones now. They're linking with each other, and they're making holes in the St Helens defence.
clean, well policed. This ex-Rosslyn Park lad. Hume. Oh, that looks a good kick. That's a magnificent kick. The Widnes captain, David Hume, he spotted the gap, sliced it through 60 yards, and his pack will certainly be grateful to him for that. So the pressure back on St. and just look there, as we forecast, Kurt Sorensen, 16 stone, the normal Widnes captain, a huge role for him as Derek Pike goes off. I think Widnes coach Doug Lord realises it's now or never, Peter.
Psychological time to bring him on when they've just gone in front, and the biggest man in the league, the best forward playing probably, is coming onto this field to give Widnes other incentive.
Holding. Yes, and a fresh man on at this stage. Vital. Cooper looks for support. Turns twice, but not there. To Holding, to Burke. And the sixth tackle. The Widnes pack now, keeping St Helens contained down here. Again, another good kick by Holding. We're seeing some good kicking here in the game. To Tate. Oh, that's good play. Confident play from Alan Tate. The fire. Sorensen, first touch of the ball. He's a powerful player, this. The ex-New Zealand Test captain. Another good tackle there from Paul Forber. Players have really had to work for the gaps, Peter, haven't they?
They have. The tackling's been very good, and if man has got through, he's got through with sheer determination.
So, scrum down. A lot of those forwards had a tremendous amount of running to do. That's a good scrum. Connolly. Good ball, but knock on. Now then, he'll be looking for the fire. And a fire, just not there. Hume sensibly holding the ball, allowing his time to his side to regroup, reform. McKenzie, Coloto, good tackle by Tony Burke. You've got to take this big man down low. McKenzie, well stopped by Darren Blow. Well, I don't know whether Darren Blow's played soccer, but he trapped that ball well. Haggerty. Groves. To Quirk. Been a menace all afternoon to Widnes. Having a laugh there at Rick Thackeray. Oh, Cooper wanted Paul Groves to come round there. It looked a little set move, didn't it, to surprise open that gap, and Paul Groves, he delayed.
He did, but the ball was a bit short of him. Ray was unlucky. But St Helens haven't put any sustained pressure on. They've thrown the ball away when they've been in a good position or trying to set up an attack, and this has let Widnes off the hook.
And it looks as if Paul Forber's going off. He is limping. And youngster, only 19 years of age, Paul Jones coming on. Well, Alex Murphy had a lot of problems. He's got virtually a full pack, absent with injury. So 15 minutes gone in this second half, 14 points to 12 for Widnes. And of course this differential penalty. Can't go for goal from the scrum. Widnes on the attack again. Sorensen pounding for the corner. Those are the runs that this Kiwi likes to get. Grimmer. 5 yards now from the St Helens line. Mackenzie. Little perhaps overdoing it around the play of the ball. Paul Hume. Sorensen again. Kurt Sorensen having a laugh to himself. No, Mr. Holsworth saying it was a knock-on. Well, I don't think anyone heard the whistle there with the din.
I don't think they did, Ray, but a little fumble at the play of the ball from Sorensen.
Loose arm. Mr. Holsworth telling Phil Mackenzie, get your arm across the shoulders of the prop to Widnes. So St Helens needing to haul themselves back in the game. It's Widnes who are looking sharper now despite only having 12 men. Jones, not played in the first team since October. Haggerty to Holding, to Harrison. Oh, he's a tall lad, able to get the ball away in the tackle, built like Graham West, the Wigan player. That's a bad ball. Back to Groves. There's too many of these Saints forwards standing still at the moment, Peter.
Yes, they've tied off, Ray, and they're looking round for somebody to pass the ball to, and they're not running direct.
Haggerty. Good dummy to young Connolly. That's a good kick. Secure for Tate. And in touch. A little bit of inexperience there from the ex-Rugby Union fullback. Possession, 9/10 of the law in Rugby League. So, a chance for St Helens, trailing by 2 points, 14 points to 12. And Mr. Holsworth was normally hooked out there, but it's Saints in possession, Holding. I get the feeling that if a try is going to come to St Helens, it's going to be this lad, number 5, Quirk. Or Holding, they're the ones with the pace. 4 tackles to go in this sequence. Tony Walk! Oh, he took everybody by surprise. I think including himself.
Yeah, dummy run here by Big Birkin. He goes to the touchline side though and slides out of touch. That's fatal to give Widnes the possession.
I think that shows you just how much rain we've had in midweek, Peter. There's a soft on top, isn't there?
It is just soft on top, Ray, but it's a good footing, really.
Well, if that went down the middle, I'll leave it to Mr. Holsworth's discretion. To a fire. He beats one man, but just couldn't get away. Good defence there by Phil Vivers. Vivers showing all his experience in defence. O'Neill coming more and more into the game. Mike O'Neill had a very powerful season. Sorensen. Just 20 minutes to go. 14 points to 12 for Widnes. That's a good kick from Tate. That's a huge kick. And that sent young Connolly back 80 yards. Huge kick. Widnes, of course, I think now Peter playing the Australian style, possession and position.
Absolutely, they're saying what we have we're going to hold, and if they hold till the end of the match they're at Wembley, and that's the main thing for them. That's their only concern at the moment, Ray. It's St Helens that's got to do all the pressing. To
Harrison. These Saints forwards, I think, need to raise the gear a little. Blower. Oh, but covered by David Hume. To Tate. Good ball to a fire. Now then, he's got Connolly to beat. But a good tackle by Connolly. And this 17-year-old youngster weighed him up and took him out of the game cleanly. The game's top try scorer. But Widnes again on the attack. That's a good ball. Oh, it's intercepted. Loughlin just couldn't get away. To Holding. But St Helens back again to Paul Jones. And no player on this field dare relax. Back to Haggerty. To Quirk again. He comes inside this Les Quirk. Invariably beats one or two men. Cooper. Suddenly when you get the feeling that St Helens are down, they come back, Peter.
Yeah, they're getting the ball over to Quirk as quickly as they can. But he's got 3 men now tackling him. The Widnes have realised the danger there, Ray.
Connolly. Lost the ball. What a fine game this lad's had. Well, I think he'll be a revelation in Australia with the amateur tour in the summer. Sorensen. Sensibly settling it down. I think Widnes, yes. David Hume wanting the ball. Another good kick. Punishing kick. It might not roll, but it sends St Helens Les Quirk back. And it's the position again that Widnes wants. 15 yards from the St Helens line. This is where Widnes want to play the remainder of this game. Burke. It's good rugby. Good drive. Certainly been no faint hearts amongst these forwards. To Haggerty. Good pass to Cooper. Vivers. But just can't get away, can they? There's that extra yard of pace there, isn't there?
Yes, and Widnes have come back into it now, being in front. They've got revitalised strength, and they're chasing the ball all over the field.
And what a good game this youngster's having. John Harrison, he's been out injured for a considerable amount of the season. Haggerty. To Loughlin. To Holding. Now then, here's a chance for St Helens. Oh, it's a bad ball, but well picked up by Vivers. To Tanner. And he loses it. Again, I think we see the difference there in pace. So Fire can give him the outside and then take him from the inside. So Widnes settling it down, using the big forwards again. Kaloto. Just 16 minutes to go. St Helens trailing by the 2 points. 14 points to 12 for Widnes. And these Widnes forwards, I think the question is, Peter, will they begin to tire in the final 10 minutes?
Well, they might tie, but while they're in front, you still find the energy, and it's St Helens that haven't looked as though they've matched them in this half.
Good tackle again by Connolly, saved a dangerous situation. The Fire. Every time the balls look to be going out to a Fire's wing, young Connolly's been there. Hume, Sorensen. And Widnes knows they can't be sure with a 2-point lead. They've got to score again. That's a good ball to Tate. Attempt at drop. Courier, he's got the time, but not the goal. Good attempt there by Andy Courier. I think he was looking for that extra point. Holding. That's a good run from Holding. He's bobbing and weaving again. A lot of doubts in midweek about him, but he's certainly proved himself to Cooper. Haggerty. Just gripping the ball. And what a spectacle this 23,000 crowd have been treated to. Here's another chance. Tanner. To Connolly. Good play by the youngster. Well, he looked for support, he did the right thing, but the support wasn't there. And it's the sixth tackle, the handover. Sorensen powering in. Probably a little short of full fitness. Kurt Sorensen only had a couple of games since Christmas. That's a good ball, but Tate's lost it. And well picked up by John Harrison. Haggerty to Bloor. Vivers, oh, that's a good ball. Widnes will want to hold this ball. Hume. What a good tackling stint there that man's had, Tony Burke. He's been at the front of the charges in midfield for St Helens, and he's tackled everything that's moved in a black and white jersey. Joe Grimmer. Jonathan Davis was saying to me only this week, Peter, about how he was staggered at the handling abilities and the athleticism of some of these rugby league forwards these days.
Well, that's the difference between their game and ours. Our forwards play with the ball.
Saints on the attack. Shane Cooper again. To Lachlan. He's got a chance to Les Quirk. He's lost the ball. Lost the ball and then let off, but a good tackle by Thackeray. Just over 11 minutes to go. Widnes in the lead, but struggling here, conceding the dropout under the post. And certainly Alex Murphy's men not finished yet. And the substitution, Derek Pike coming on now, and Joe Grimmer coming off.
Here we have McLaughlin getting the ball to Les Quirk, and Quirk again going for the corner flag. Unlucky to lose the ball, but I think it'd have been pushed into touch anyway. He ought to have been inside, it has. Kept the ball and the pressure's still on for St Helens.
And I think Widnes coach Doug Lawton there, cleverly using his substitutes. He realises that one or two of his forwards might be tiring now. He's giving them a spell. Pike back on the field for Joe Grimmer. To Holding. Darren Bloor. To Lachlan. Look for support, he finds it. What a good game this lad John Harrison has had. Snips the ball well. And Peter, whoever loses this game, this has been a credit to rugby league.
Absolutely marvellous game. And St Helens have got to keep pressure on Air Ray. They can't give the ball away again, like they have done this last 10 or 15 minutes.
So, 10 minutes to go. St Helens are looking for the vital break. 20 yards from that Widnes line. Haggerty. Here's an overlap. Lachlan. The long ball to Vivers. Tanner. But good cover. And the sixth tackle. Once again, the Hume brothers covering across very, very quickly. Bloor puts the kick across. And that should be the sixth tackle as it is. I watched St Helens on Thursday night doing that very same tactic. It's paid off. So 4 tackles left in this sequence. Holding, good dummy. Cooper to Quirk. Huge roar getting behind St Helens now. And it looks another injury. He'll be trying to get up if he can. Mr Holsworth will not want to stop play here. But looks a serious injury, looks a leg injury. And of course the safety of the player must be uppermost in the referee's mind.
I also think, Ray, that he's too near the post and in a very tight position to the try line to let play go on over him.
So, the momentum suddenly going off for St Helens. It's a difficult injury. Can't quite tell who it is there at the moment with the sun streaming down. Yes, it looks to be John Harrison. Possibly a little tiredness in there as well. Saints on the attack. Holding, 8 minutes to go. Good tackle. Reminiscent of the old style Cumberland throw. To Holding again. That cross, lateral kick, it's intercepted by Courier to Rick Thackeray. Now then, can he go the length of the field? He's got Groves chasing him. This could be the try. Oh, it's a tackle. He's still up. He's still going as the lad. I thought that could have been the try to take Widnes to Wembley, but magnificent cover. Widnes sensibly moving the ball out now. Moving it across. Mackenzie. A lot of the crowd went ooh there as if they felt it was a high tackle. So from Widnes being on the rack, an interception by Courier puts them back on the attack. Sorensen just held up. And it's Saints now defending desperately. Widnes again to Courier. And the sixth tackle. I think surely Widnes will have an attempted drop goal. They'll not want St Helens to force a replay with a penalty goal. They do, they try. No, Tate, he dummies. He's going himself to a fire. Oh, good tackle. And just look again who pulled him down. It was that youngster Connolly. Well, certainly this St Helens fullback will be one of my nominees for the man of the match. So, St Helens desperate. Saints got to go the full length of the field. Just over 5 minutes to go. Widnes clinging to this 14-12 lead. To Tanner. And the sixth tackle, hand over. And a lot of tired men on this field, a lot of forwards walking wearily to position. Pike. To Hume. Mackenzie. Widnes holding. They've got the lead. They've got the vital 2 points. 4 minutes from Wembley. That's a good kick from Hume. It pushes them further down. But well taken by Quirk. Cooper. Saints edging forward. Less than 4 minutes left in this match now. Widnes clinging to it. Holding. And if Widnes win this, what a testimony to the fitness of these 12 men. All but 20 minutes of this match. Oh, a beautiful break by Groves. He's got the ball out here. St Helens going to the corner. Lachlan. And is he in? Yes, I think he is. Nice Clark. He's in at the corner. The St Helens fans are going wild. The break by Paul Groves continued there. And Les Quirk, the match winner. 77th minute of the match. 3 minutes to go, and St Helens go in the lead, 16 points to 14. Sensational try there by Les Quirk.
A super break here. Watch along this Groves, it goes through, puts along past to Laughlin. And watch Laughlin. Laughlin takes him on, goes straight, get it to Quirk. This is overdrive. This is the bit of horsepower that we said he had before the match, and he's put it in at the right time to have to take Saints to Wembley, or has he?
Yes, he's 14 stone, this lad. He's 6'2", and he's used every inch of that frame. He's had a couple of tries disallowed. That's his 101st try of his career, but I don't think he'll remember any of those others compared to this one. 3 minutes to go. St Helens in the lead, 16-14, and Paul Lachlan looking to increase it. And suddenly that gallant spirit of Widnes' 12 men looks to be ebbing away. It's well out on the touchline. Difficult kick for Lachlan. He'll try to flight it round, but he doesn't. Well to the left of the post. So 2 minutes to go from this kick-off. St Helens to receive the ball, surely to hold out for 6 tackles.
Grovesy going again with the ball, just to show you. Pass from up. Quirky does all this on his own. Attackers all over him, and look at them diving at him desperately. And the flag goes, but Quirky's got the ball down, and does he know it?
So, Phil Beavers in what to hold that ball to Quirk. What a game this lad's had. St Helens now, that's good sensible play by Holding, keeping the ball. Widnes desperate. Cooper, good dummy. 60 seconds to go, plus a little injury time. To Haggerty, holding for dear life to the ball, and so Alex Murphy once again triumphs. He was pitted as the underdog. He said that Widnes had an embarrassment to riches. He criticised the side heavily for the lack of Jonathan Davis, and in the end he's had the last laugh. Or has he? Still seconds to go. Or fire. The last effort, Caloto. The temperature hot down there. Caloto again, one last effort from Widnes. Into injury time, the St Helens supporters raising the roof with the whistles, but that won't affect the timekeepers. Pike. Seconds away from Wembley. Widnes again. Oh, they've lost the ball. St Helens coach Alex Murphy will be waiting for this hooter to bury down. The substitute, he's got a half break. Keeps it going to Paul Hume. Oh, but the interception's there. John Harrison gets it. A huge roar of relief from the St Helens fans. And surely St Helens now on their way to their 12th Challenge Cup final appearance. There'll be tremendous controversy over the sending off decision. It cost Widnes the services of Richard Ayres. But that's cup rugby. Throughout the whole history of this cup, it's littered with drama. And here's Neil Holding again. He's got the full-back to beat. But a good tackle by Alan Tate. Saints came into this match as the underdogs. And who can say that they don't deserve their appearance? And I think it's Alex Murphy who could now have an embarrassment of riches. Whether he brings back his Australian Test stars, Paul Volton and Michael O'Connor, or not, there'll be a tough nut to crack at Wembley for either Warrington or Wigan, who play in a fortnight's time. Quirk again. Just puts the ball in touch. Two minutes of injury time gone. St Helens will take their time. David Hume, the Widnes skipper, the man of the match, but I think he'd trade all that for one last effort. They're desperately throwing this ball out, trying to get it out to a fire. Well into injury time. Sorensen. Oh, this is a good run from Sorensen. He can't get the ball away. Pressure on this Widnes team now. No, bringing the ball back into the pack. There's the hooter. It's all over. St Helens are at Wembley. And Saints coach Alex Murphy makes a record-equalling 6th appearance as coach. He emulates the great, the late Jim Sullivan, who was his mentor at St Helens in the 50s. He said he could be done, and those fans, they're grateful to him. Very few men were bold enough to tip St Helens, but this man, Les Quirk, 2 tries, and that winning try 3 minutes from time. He cost £55,000 from Barrow 3 seasons ago. But when you think St Helens will reap £250,000 from a Wembley appearance, I think that's fully paid up, Peter.
Absolutely, they're a smashing game, won the game for St Helens, and I think that Murphy deserves his trip to Wembley. And this game, Ray, has had absolutely everything. Excitement, tremendous drama, and a thrilling match for us to watch.
Yes, I think all, well, 26 or 25 players have played their full credit into it. But a lot of credit must go down to Alex Murphy. All week he had problems with injuries. He had his Australian Test stars taken back, and there he is. They call him, in his newspaper columns, Murphy the Mouth, but that mouth certainly stirs the right spirit, certainly puts St Helens in the right frame of mind. And can we get a few words out of him?
I love you.
The fans backing this magical Murphy. 6 times as coach at Wembley, 8 times as player coach.
I'll come back.
He must be delighted. Very few gave him a chance.
What would you like to say, Alan?
Witness, Doug Lawton said in midweek, everyone was calling them.
Alex, can you say a few words to camera?
I'm delighted. Absolutely magnificent. That's what no hopers get. Keep trying, and you never know. Thank you.
And well done, Alec. Everyone said there were no hopers, but certainly they played the class rugby here. And 12 men or 13 men, they deserved it, Peter.
They are. St Helens have run out good winners. Feel sympathy for Widnes because they've lost 2 semi-finals this last 2 years now, Ray.
So, a credit to rugby leagues. St Helens 16, Widnes 14.
Alex Murphy in danger of being kissed to death there. And it's Wigan or Warrington in a fortnight's time. We'll have that on Grandstand for you as well.
Semi-final at Main Road, Manchester on Saturday. St Helens it was who upset the form book 2 weeks ago with their victory against champions Widnes. A victory of 16 points to 14 to clinch their 12th Wembley appearance. Wigan will be formidable opponents. They, of course, are the current world champions, a title they earned by beating Australian side Manly last season. This afternoon I talked to the coaches of both finalists, Alex Murphy of St Helens and Wigan's Graham Lowe. I discover that your two clubs have only met at Wembley twice before, and that both times were in the 60s, and both times, if I've got it right, Wigan lost.
Yeah, I can remember one. We had a little bit of fun because there's good rivalry between the clubs. And I remember one, it was Roses are red, Violets are blue, St Helens 21, Wigan 2. And it was only a bit of fun, and they took that so seriously. But the rivalry between the two clubs is tremendous, great rivalry. And I think on the day, Wigan obviously will try to put that record straight, and we'll hope we keep it intact, but it should be a cracking game.
Your chairman has said, I think, that there are people in the game who believe you've achieved nothing worth shouting about until you've beaten Saints at Wembley, and that's a direct quote. I mean, it's very important for you to win, isn't it?
Well, the first bloke I met on the car park when I arrived at Central Park told me that. He said, we don't care what happens, you can do what you like while you're coaching Wigan, but we just want to get to Wembley, and we want Saints to get to Wembley, and we want Wigan to win. This was the first bloke I met on the car park, so I thought it must be pretty important to everybody.
Are you going to win it?
I think we're in with a shout. I would say that Wigan will start favourites because they are the best side in the Rugby League at this moment in time. They've got a world-class star-studded side, so we're under no illusions. We're just going there and we'll compete. And it's what you do on the day. I mean, if we do it on the day, all right. If we can do it on the day, well, they'll be all right.
Or are you going to do it?
Well, as Alex said, it's just what you do on the day, and obviously most people, I'd say, probably would make Wigan favourites, but we're under no illusions whatsoever. I think I was probably one of the few people that tipped St Helens to beat Widnes because I know what they are capable of. We've had great games against St Helens since I've been at the club, and they've been very enjoyable games, and it's not very often you can say that when you're sitting on the sideline. They've actually been enjoyable for me, and I'm sure that this one won't be any different. I just hope that we finish up with the most at the end. It's just as simple as that, you know. We're in a competitive game, and if everything goes all right, we'll come out all right, and we'll entertain on the way.
We'll be shaking hands after it.
We'll be shaking hands and we'll be having a drink, win, lose or draw.
Rivals but friends.
At Wembley's on April the 29th. Wigan, the holders, have won their record 8 times compared to 5 by St Helens. They've met at Wembley twice before, 61 and 66. Saints victorious on both occasions. Well, having lost 4 on the spin, Saints rediscovered their winning formula against Warrington on Sunday.
Yes, St Helens haven't won since the victory over Widnes in the Challenge Cup semi-final, running into form with a convincing victory. Great Britain centre Paul Loughlin, the star man, got his and Saints' first try 2 minutes before half-time, having already kicked 2 penalties. He also added the conversion 10-0 at the break. Saints' second 2 minutes afterwards. Loughlin quickens the move, bringing in Les Quirk, pulled up short. Warrington expecting the switch right on the 6th tackle. Paul Forber crashes over for his 6th try of the season. Loughlin adding the goal, 16-0. Saints' third and Loughlin's second coming up. Cooper's neat loop, Roy Haggerty linking. Darren Blore finds Loughlin again. Lanky centre beats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Warrington players to the line. Certainly pleased Alex Murphy, who missed the game with a flu bug. Warrington dropping out of the top 8 with this defeat, but fought back Neil Harrison's break. Richards puts in Tony Thornley, who beats the challenge to score 24 points to 4, the Saints lead. Enter Roy Haggerty, a continual thorn for Warrington all afternoon, with the game's best try, dancing through the cover. Well deserved for his probing and prompting throughout. Loughlin did the necessaries. Warrington never gave up, managed to salvage pride late on with a series of attacks. Billy McGinty driving forward, committing and taking on the Saints forwards. McGinty flicking the boot at Fieldhouse. Cover on hand again, though, to halt the probe from John Woods. But when he's upended, Mark Roskell gathers and chips through cheekily. Referee John Holmesworth judging that Darren Blore shoved him unfairly, awarding a penalty try under the posts. The try converted. In the dying minutes, John Woods loops with McGinty, flicks it to Paul Cullen, bursting through the tackles to scrape over. Alex Murphy's flu will be improving. Saints look set for the Challenge Cup clash at Wembley against Wigan in 3 weeks' time.
Well, having seen that, do you still think you're worthy favourites to win at Wembley?
It's going to be tough. Sorry about Alex Flew. Hope he recovers in time for Wembley. But they're a good side. They're a talented side. I mean, you see the way they spin the ball about at 100 miles an hour. They can take any side out of the game, run you off your legs. Wembley's a big pitch. It'll suit them down to the ground.
How important would it be for you to actually put one over on your old mate, Alex Murphy?
Well, I have a very soft spot for him, you know that. That little boxing clip we saw earlier, that reminded me of 2 or 3 years ago.
But just, oh, sorry, let me interrupt. Just tell John the story, the telephone story.
Well, it's all supposed to be a secret, John, but what happened, Alex and I had a bit of an argument. I think in his book he referred to it as a dust-up. And the next day Alex left the club. And I had a black eye, and he had a bloody nose. I don't know how he got that. It must have been my blood. And he wrote this famous book. And I'm glad I read it because it was a totally different incident, the one that I remember. And
Murphy's version was that, you know, he let a phone go quite quickly, and Morris intercepted it with his head.
He claims that he threw the phone at me, and he said what incensed him was that I threw it back. I was amazed at that. But
was you handling that good, Morris?
Well, I didn't drop it, John, I'm pleased to say. Good. But he's a fascinating character, and we're both men, and we come from a man's background, and we don't let little things like that worry us. And we've had many a bottle of champagne together since then. But it is going to be a historic meeting because at one time the row reached epic proportions. It was like a rerun of Ben-Hur. But now it's fine and it's settled. But I think both privately we'd hope to put one over each other. And, you know, Wigan owe him one as well because you noticed in one of the finals in '66, it was St Helens comfortable winners, 21-2, and he sent a telegram to Wigan, roses are red, violets are blue, St Helens 21, Wigan 2.
That's Alex.
That's
Alex.
I think he deserves to get a black eye back in return.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll be able to do it.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Let's
quietly.
move on. Coming.
West brings you a special preview of the match in Sports Round.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Sports Round to set the scene for the highlight of the Rugby League season, the final of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup at Wembley on Saturday. A special occasion and a special guest too, because David Watkins is with me in the studio, now a respected broadcaster on the game. David, of course, played in a Wembley final as part of his successful career with Salford. On Saturday, though, the Twin Towers will welcome Wigan and St Helens. Wigan, the holders, will equal the record of 10 cup triumphs if they do it this time. Saints are needing the spirit of '76 for their first Wembley win in 13 years. We'll introduce you to the young man who's building a big future for himself, and how a twist of fate turned a loser with Wigan into a winner with St Helens. And we'll also be hearing from Wigan's Joe Lydon, the rival coaches and the supporters, plus a contribution from Tina Turner, so don't go away. Now, Wembley Stadium is, of course, the destination every year for 2 teams, but the journey is always fraught with peril. The draw for round 1 sent both finalists to second division grounds, but those anticipating giant-killing acts were disappointed. Saints and Wigan both safely through. Peter Stevenson now takes up the story.
Saints had the easier passage up to the semi-finals, though Barrow gave them a fright by scoring first in the second round at Knowsley Road. Paul Groves wriggled over to stop the rot. And Paul Forber's try rounded off a comprehensive win, 28-6. Wigan have been drawn away all the time. Round 2 brought victory at Bradford Northern, capped by this touchdown from Jed Byrne. Les Quirk provided a highlight of St Helens' third-round encounter with Featherstone Rovers, and by the end, Saints were coasting to an easy win, 32-3. Wigan's travels took them to Oldham, a wintry setting for Sean Edwards to maintain his run of a try in every cup tie. Kevin Iro made it safe for Wigan, but at 12-4, it had been closer than they might have expected. So to the semi-finals, and Central Park was the setting for Saints to take on the hot favourites Widnes. It was an afternoon of drama.
The strip is an automatic sending off, well known. Poor Richard Ayres. Cooper to Forber. Oh, having a good game this forward, he's got support with him. Down blow, he's going in, yes! Superb try! Combination of a forward probe.
Widnes has started tremendously.
Caloto to Hume, and he's in! Oh, yes! The short pass from Imosi Caloto, and Widnes skipper David Hume took the Saints' defence by surprise. And it's level pegging again. And if Widnes win this, what a testimony to the fitness of these 12 men. All but 20 minutes of this match. Oh, what a beautiful break by Groves. He's got the ball out here. St Helens going to the corner. Lachlan. And is he in? Yes, I think he is. Nice Clark. He's in at the corner.
They don't do a lot of moves, just play it off the cuff. And they are probably a bit like Alec. They're a gambling sort of side, and they're a bit of a flamboyant sort of side. They're liable to do anything, which you can't allow for. And they probably get a bit underestimated because before they played us, they won 8 on the trot. And they've got some, what I would call, good footballers. I mean, that Vivers is one good footballer. Shane Cooper, there's quite a few of them. I mean, the main thing I said to Miles is don't take any dummies. We only took the one off Groves there, and that cost is going to Wembley. They have got players who have got that little bit of something different.
2 weeks later, the rugby posts were up at Manchester City's ground for Wigan against Warrington. The kicking of John Woods threatened another upset, but Joe Lydon had other ideas.
Dean Bell. Oh, he's missed him. Well, he's got the speed to go for the corner. Yes, he's in. Mr. Whitfield on the spot. Superb pass by Dean Bell to Joe Lydon. That's a huge drop goal from Joe Lydon. What a drop goal! Took everybody by surprise. Incredible drop goal.
Wigan are a great side, let's make no mistakes about that. But Saints, again, have been on the rated side. And you'd think, like the way they played the last few weeks, they should be underrated. But as I said, up to the semi-final, they'd won 8 games on the trot. And they could have won the league last year. They went to Wembley the year before, so a lot of people underestimate Saints. Saints are a very good side.
So your head tells you Wigan, but your
the
heart
logic
tells
me Wigan, and my head tells me something strange is going to happen. My logic says Wigan. I mean, if I had to put my money on it, then I'd put it on Wigan. If somebody said, well, there's your last few bob, it's got to go on the winner, then I'd put it on Wigan. But something tells me I'd be putting it on without confidence. Last year I would have put my house on Wigan. This year I wouldn't.
Dougie Lawton's view. Well, on Saturday, Wigan will be appearing in their 19th final, a record. Saints are there for the 12th time, and the match will be televised not only live on BBC One, but throughout the world, including Australia, where the men who run rugby league have been trying to give the sport the same glamorous image that, say, gridiron football enjoys in the States. Just take a look at this.
Some boys has got the look of a creeper down the street. And some boys is trying to talk you off of your feet. Some boys think they're God's gift to woman. And some boys just think they're sweet enough to eat. What you get is what you see. Ain't nothing more to it. If what you get is what you see, then I don't want your kind of love.
According to the league officials, the idea behind this video is to change the public's perception of the game and its players.
We want to present these guys as we really believe they are. and that is dynamic, that is sexy. They're physical, and they're smart, and they play the game at professional level and should be portrayed that way.
Some guys have got lips that you can't help kissing. And some guys have got a smile you can't resist. Some guys have got to build a reputation. They just want to add you to the list. You got a lot of physical attraction, I can't deny. But can you guarantee your satisfaction? Well, I'm still
Craig, what you get is sexy. What you see is the game of rugby league in the Winfield Cup, and Tina, she's a horny lady. So what you get, Craig, is real funky.
What you get is what you see. Ain't nothing more to it. If what you get is what you see, then I don't want your candy love.
Winfield Cup. The big games never look so good.
Tina Turner, David Watkins, it's built up a bit more over there than it is over here with our beer and Skittles image, isn't it?
It certainly is. I mean, she looks fitter than I was when I was playing.
So if Tina made you an offer, you would go back to the game?
I think I could probably get tempted back in with Tina Turner, yes.
Well, that's how they promote rugby league down under. And if the reporter looked familiar, it was, of course, the former Liverpool footballer Craig Johnson, who put together that report for Australia's Channel 9. Little did he know when we featured Craig in Sports Round 2 weeks ago that he'd be flying back to England 2 days later to help his old club cope with the aftermath of the Hillsborough disaster. Now, David, the Hillsborough disaster, I think, has touched everybody in sport, not just football.
That's right. I looked to it like when I was living back home in South Wales. When you had a mining disaster, it affected the community as it does in Liverpool, and then the whole wide world actually sees the aftermath of the tragedy. It's terrible. One can't put into words to explain how bad it really was.
Obviously, the repercussions of it will be felt for many, many years to come, but immediately the fences come down at Wembley on Saturday. Is that a good thing?
I think it is a good thing. Rugby league have never required fences because it always has been a family sport. I think the both codes of rugby have kept that tradition up down through the years. And I think that's good, and perhaps now we'll see that even soccer perhaps will be brought round to realism and realise that it is a family sport, it is entertainment, it's something to be enjoyed and to take the family to, and perhaps now we'll come and have a little common sense will prevail.
I just hope that the rugby league supporters going down to Wembley on Saturday will take on board the responsibility they've got now.
I think they have in the past, and I see no reason why they shouldn't again, and I look forward to that because it is a family occasion. There is no requirement for that type of thing, hopefully, in sport, and perhaps now out of the tragedy will come a little more common sense.
Let's hope so indeed. Well, it's going to be a big test on Saturday for the players, that's for sure. Let's take a closer look now at two of the men involved, someone who knows how to rise to the occasion and the other a genuine Wembley rookie.
The Swan Pub in St Helens, home to young Gary Connolly, Saints teenage fullback, the latest young star at Knowsley Road. The football and rugby medals are evidence of the promise of a young man who'll make Wembley history by playing in the final as an amateur. There was nothing amateurish about Connolly's display in the semi-final against Widnes, though. Many neutrals thought he was the man of the match.
I just sat there and prayed that we win. I couldn't watch it. I was just like this, please, God, let them win. That's all I was doing all the time. I just couldn't watch it.
What sort of a lad is he, would you say?
I think he's like myself, shy.
Retiring.
Quiet. Not retiring, yeah, I'm a long one. Not afford it. Yeah, he's very, very shy. I think his image on the field is coolness on the field. That portrays how he is at home, but outside or anywhere at all, you know. He gets along well with everybody, and I think the St Helens ground has really took to him.
Has he surprised you, the progress he's made?
Yeah, because for a lot of years he didn't want me to go watching him when he was playing for Blackbrook. He just didn't want me there at all. It's only since he's been playing first team that I've actually gone watching him. It surprised me. I didn't think he was so good.
Despite the big money now in the professional game, Connolly remains an amateur so that he can tour Australia this summer with the Bala squad. Then he'll sign for St Helens despite several other offers. Meanwhile, he works as an apprentice bricklayer, keeping busy and hardly daring to think of Wembley or Wigan. All his family will be there on Saturday. There'll be 2 coachloads of fans from the pub as well. It's a big day for any player, but Connolly is treading the turf that many great names of the past have only dreamed about. Many of his workmates are Wigan fans, but even they quietly will be hoping that young Gary has the match of his life. When Saints were last at Wembley 2 years ago, Connolly watched Phil Vivers at fullback. Vivers, the experienced Australian, believes that Connolly is ready for the test ahead.
It's my second time going down there and I'm still a bit overawed by the occasion. I just hope for his sake